on. So if you're not really noticing, things look a little different over here. I am riding an electric motorcycle. This is the Zero FX, and this thing is fucking weird, man. Woo, this is fucking weird. No sound, nothing. So quick overview of the bike. You have to completely turn off the left side of your body when you ride this. Completely turn it off. There is nothing to do with your left side. Nothing, unless you want to turn your blinker on. It's basically set up identical to any other bike, except the fact that there's no clutch and there's absolutely no sound, which is so odd. I believe this bike gets about 80 miles to a charge. It's their lower level bike. Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird not downshifting or going into neutral. It's so weird.
No motor noise, it's a real freak out.
It's crazy.
But it's good, man.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Okay. I think the weirdest thing about this bike is no sound. But it's even, I think it's even more weird like this. Like, I'm coming up to a stop sign. My first, thought is to grab for the clutch. Okay. But my first thought is to grab for the clutch, to downshift and to get into neutral when I'm coming up to those, just to get into first and hold the clutch in so I can come to a stop and then go ahead and start again. But God, there's nothing. Nothing. I don't even think you guys can hear this. There's literally nothing to it. It's got a little power to it though. It's kind of weird because the torque is literally instant. Really flickable, really light. This thing is cool. Now the instrument cluster is kind of different. It's got a digital speedometer as well as a analog. So you got your speed there twice. Obviously you don't need a tach. There are no gears. There's nothing. You're just going to be holding the left handlebar. There's literally nothing to do with this bike other than the throttle. You have throttle and brake. That is all you are responsible for. It's nuts. Now you have two modes, Eco and Sport. I started off in Eco, felt a little bit weak, so I went ahead and put it in Sport. And it picks up, man. It'll pick up and go. Instant torque. That's the cool part about this electric motorcycle is there's instant torque, and it's freaking cold out here, man. But yeah, look at this, man. This is so cool. I'm riding a bike that makes no noise. As if I didn't think that my my bike with the stock exhaust was quiet. But yeah, man, just coming out of turns, you can really that's when you can really get that torque and just kick it in. It's like that. This is really freaking cool. Really cool. So on the gauge cluster, you have everything normal aside from the fact that you don't have the tach. So like I said, you have the digital and analog, and then you also have your trip and then your total. We're going to be taking it right here. And then that green light right here on the right hand side. Good. Coming out of turns, man, it'll go. Yeah. A lot of torque. Uh-huh. It's pretty cool. Did what? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and hit this straight. But yeah, like I said, you got your gas gauge on the right, which is really just your charge. Get your blinkers on left and right. High beam and your heat and whatever. So everything is really straightforward. It is 100% a motorcycle. It just isn't loud, and you don't gotta fill it up. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. This thing is really, really cool. Really flickable, really light. Yeah, I mean, right there, it's 50 miles an hour right there. Like, it'll move. This thing will go. This is definitely something, I mean, you could absolutely take this thing on the highway. Like, no problem. We're gonna get going. Let's see what we hit. 67, 68, 70, 1, 2, 3. I'm going 75 right there. You're going 75 on something you plug into your wall. Now, that's alright by me. And this isn't even like a sport bike model. This is a freaking dual sport. This is just a lot of fun. Brakes, I feel really, really strong. It's not a chain. It's not chain driven. It's all whoop. It's all belt. So it's a belt drive. It'll move. For something you can plug into your wall, it moves pretty well. It's crazy. Uh-huh. Okay. It's weird not being able to rev your engine sitting in a stoplight. Oh. But yeah, but I mean, I'm really digging this. I literally just put my foot to shift. I literally just put my foot down to shift into second gear, and it was not there. It's pretty cool though. I mean, your torque is instantly there. It's really light. It's really flickable. It looks damn good. I mean, it looks like any other supermoto you come across every other day. It's a really good looking bike. It's a good feeling bike. It feels very well put together. That's what I like the most. Usually with little startups like this, and whenever they put something out, you're like, yeah, it's cool, and it sounds cool from the get. It sounds good from the description of what you're saying and what you're talking about, but you get it and it just feels, it almost feels like a toy that you get from Toys R Us compared to a toy that you get at Dollar Tree. The electric stuff and like the new cool startup stuff always is like that toy that you get from Dollar Tree. And it feels weird not being able to stall out. But yeah, this is really cool, man. Woot, woot. But yeah, it feels solid. I really, really like it. It's a really, really cool bike. I think it looks great, and the ride's super smooth. Like, there's no issue with how it rides at all. It's like you can barely feel it. It's like you're gliding. It sits. This model sits really tall. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a couple of pictures of their other models. They do, I believe, have 4 models currently. This is the lower tier of them. Yeah. Gotcha. So yeah, here's their models that they have currently. They got about 4 different models: sport bike, dual sport, your supermoto and whatnot. Really, really cool. Check this stuff out, guys, because they have a decent amount of dealerships around the country. So you should definitely try and set up a demo day and see maybe what if you can get on one of these. Because they are really, really cool, and I guarantee you will enjoy it. But yeah, guys, that brings me to the end of this ride. Zero motorcycles, really, 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 really cool. If you live in the New Hampshire area, definitely check out Great Bay Motorcycles. They are some really, really cool dudes. And Triumph and Ducati. Can't go wrong with those two brands. But have a good one, guys, and peace.